Hello, friends. This is Reverend Sarah, and I'm here talking with Nancy Wittenberg. She is the chair of our Caring Neighbors team, and I wanted to give her a chance to share a little bit about her time here with VUU, and like maybe you can tell us how long you've been at VUU, and a little bit about what Caring Neighbors does. And you might tell us later on a little bit about other stuff you do, but we'll start with Caring Neighbors.
Yeah, I've got a few other things I do. I've been a member of VUU since I believe it was April of 2005. So my son was little back then, and he's not anymore. So I was really active in RE for a number of years. My biggest focus at the moment is caring neighbors. And so what Caring Neighbors does is we've separated the whole congregation kind of into different neighborhoods, and each of those neighborhoods has a coordinator, and those coordinators are supposed to reach out to that group once a quarter, and just see if anyone needs anything. And as soon as somebody says, I need something, then we figure out how best to help them. So it's actually pretty easy and doesn't take a lot of time, actually.
Nice. What kinds of things do they end up doing?
So some of the things are meal train. You might have gotten one of those congregation-wide requests for providing some meals. Sometimes after people have surgery, they need a little extra assistance. Sometimes it's just phone calls. Sometimes it's transportation, maybe to the doctor or something along that line. So we do short-term, relatively easy kind of support. It's not like psychology or anything like along
Right
that
on.
line.
And it
We
seems
just
like,
help with basic needs.
yeah, it seems like it's a really important way for us to help each other. And because it's based in kind of a geographic area, there's more chance for folks to be helped by somebody who actually lives proximate to them. So you're not driving all over the metro. Um, and also maybe to get to know neighbors that might be convenient anyway, just to make friends that live close to you.
And that's a big part of it too, is to build that sense of community, people knowing, if you need something, there's someone really close by who might be willing to help. We like to put on, it's up to the coordinator, but they can put on little events. We've had uh, Christmas light viewing. We've had potlucks, a variety of things like that. So it's not just about needs and wants. It's about connection.
Nice.
Yeah.
So just being neighborly in a great you
Yeah,
kind of way. What kinds of
very
things do you think
definitely.
you need for the upcoming year? What are some ways that folks might be able to help you out or get involved?
I would love for anyone who's interested in being a coordinator, we definitely need some more. And so I think that's going to be the most helpful. One of the You just never know how much need there's going to be. And sometimes in a neighborhood, you might not have anyone calling you for months at a time. And so to being a coordinator doesn't require a lot of time commitment, is basically what I mean. You just have to be there, keep an eye on your email, keep an eye on, your text or phone calls. And then if something pops up, then you're there to help. You do what needs to be done. It's all structured and organized, so you know exactly what to do, and you do it, and then on to the next thing.
Right on. I think I remember attending a training for this. So there's some way to kind of learn the ropes with other folks at the beginning of the year, I think. Is that right?
There sure is. So yeah, we did Zoom trainings. I can certainly do in person, especially for those people who struggle a little bit with technology. It's really easy. There's not much you need to know. You do need to receive email, and that's pretty much the extent of it. Gmail is, I'm sorry, we use some Google Docs, but if you're not comfortable with that, I just email it out. It's not a problem.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for serving in this way. To me, it's a really important way, especially when we're in such a large geographic area with folks who, like, I drove all the way to the East Valley yesterday off of like Powers in the 202. And it was a long drive from Ahwatukee. So I mean the importance of having neighborhood connections seems I could really get it when I was all the way out there. We might not want to drive that far to get a meal to somebody, and if there's somebody who's closer who can do it, that's always a better way. So
Sure. And we're also a good resource if somebody says, I'm really far in East Mesa or, AJ or Queen Creek, how can I connect? Well, there is an East Valley group that gets together. So there are so many different ways to stay connected, and we can absolutely be a resource for that as well.
no, that's great. So I guess you do some other things around here, Nancy. Do you want to share just a little snippet of some of the other ways that you're involved at VUU?
So yeah, one of the other ways I'm involved in VUU is through Valley Interfaith Project, specifically with the affordable housing component. I'm quite opinionated on that with my some near experiences that I had. And so I've definitely been active in meeting with different council members as part of Valley Interfaith Project for the Chandler area and calling council members and going to downtown Phoenix to the Capitol. It's a lot of fun stuff, but I really think it's critically important. And I also am passionate about the mental health side of Valley Interfaith Project and what they're focusing on with the Chandler Unified School District. And I don't have enough time to focus on that as well, but that anyone who knows me knows mental health is very important. That's a big thing in my family.
Well, I appreciate your activity in that area too. You and I have done some of that work together, and it's been really meaningful to me as well. So I think it's really important for our congregation to be involved in those ways. And really, both of those things. I mean, caring neighbors is a way of sort of that direct, more um, immediate person to person care. But really, the stuff we do through Valley Interfaith Project is a way of caring for our neighbors too. It's a wider net. It's the metro area is our neighbors and all the folks that live here, and how our community functions impacts how our neighbors are doing. So in a way, both of those are being neighborly. So
They are. And with the I Help program, those are people who need housing. And so we, provide for them shelter, food, stuff like that. So, focusing on affordable housing, low income and workforce, and having a place where people could actually live 7 days a week. This is all very much interconnected with our mission. And feeding the homeless, Paz de Cristo, like this is an integral part of who we are as a congregation and has been since before I joined.
yeah. Well, Nancy, thanks so much for taking some time to talk with me about the work that you're doing. And I hope that you continue to do it and continue to get something from it. And hopefully, we'll find some more people to join you in coordinating neighborhoods.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I appreciate your time.
Thanks. Hi, this is Reverend Sarah Oglesby-Dunegan, the Senior Settled Minister at Valley Unitarian Universalist Congregation. We're inviting you to sustain our community through new financial contributions, continued financial support, and increasing your financial support if you're able to do so. We need about $90,000 more in pledge income from last year's budget to support our continued work in this congregation. Maybe you've never pledged before. You can make a monthly, quarterly, biannual, or annual contribution through your own bank account or through our website. This is a lot how we support other member organizations in our community, but in this case, we have about 300 members and another 150 or so friends who participate in our community. And we currently have less than 200 pledging units, families or households that make a pledge. What does this mean to you and your community? How much do you value the work this congregation does in the larger Phoenix metro area? With your contributions, we can make sure that Valley UU is still here for future generations that need a faith community that offers all the things that Valley offers. Excellent youth faith formation that prepares kids to live in a pluralistic community with respect for a wide range of beliefs and practices, grounded by a moral compass built from compassion, inquiry, accountability, and integrity. We also have adult faith formation that has a commitment to social justice and service alongside spiritual and intellectual development. We participate in interfaith community organizing, and we have worship that is engaging, renewing, and inspiring. We have a lot of mutual aid and care that holds us through all of life's challenges and celebrations. Valley UU is a healthy, interdependent community that values your contributions. Thanks for adding your special ingredients that nourish and sustain this community. May we find there is abundance where abundance is needed.